Hi everyone, welcome to your Y Thrive home series of workouts. Today I have a balance workout for you. This is great for people with a little bit of workout experience, but I'll be able to modify it to work with most audiences. And you'll notice our cardio segment at the end will be a little lower impact to be really good for the joints. Today's workout is a little bit of strength training up front, so we do a lot of 30-second efforts with 15 seconds rest, and then we're going to finish with a little bit of a cardio segment that you can choose to repeat 2 or 3 times depending on how much of a workout you're looking for today. As far as your area, just a nice clean, clear space with good traction. Maybe an 8-foot by 8-foot would be good, and if you do have access to an object, that's great. A bag with some books in it is even great, or if you're lucky enough to have weights or a different object that you're comfortable with, by all means, pause the video now, set up your space, go get that object. Not necessary, but it will enhance the intensity of the workout. All right, when you're ready and join back, just start back up and let's warm up. So just alternating those thumbs, warming up those shoulders. Gentle rotations each side. You'll notice I'm bringing my heel up on that back foot just to take any pressure off my low back. Perfect. Let's reach down, tipping at the hip, and then reach up, thumbs point behind and make a nice Y. And reach back at the top, so you get a nice extension. And we're not squatting here, but we're tipping at the hip with a soft knee. So it's more of what you call a deadlift or a hip hinge. Perfect. And now let's step jack, so just stepping out to one side, bring those arms up overhead. If you can do a full jumping jack, that's great, you can do that. But step jack is just fine. All right, perfect. Hopefully you're a little bit warm now. We prepared the body a little bit to get going. Our first exercise that we're going to do today is a row. So if you have access to that weight or even weights, grab those now. And have you just tip over at the hip, and you're going to give me 30 seconds of bent row. So you're rowing in, pull towards that belly button, okay? Perfect. Draw it in. Tummy stays tight the whole time, but don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. We're working the big muscle groups in the back. 5 seconds. Perfect. All right, you get a nice little break. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So you notice each set's gonna get a little bit more intense. If you found that just way too easy, pause the video, add a little bit of weight, and I can bring up the intensity for you. Okay, back to work. Keep rowing, and you'll notice if you get tired, you can stand up a little bit. It changes the angle, it's not wrong, but if you can maintain that nice sunk posture, bring it down a little bit, let's make it a little bit more intense for you. Really good core work in this exercise as well. 5 seconds. All right, set that weight down again. Enjoy your break, 15 seconds. We're gonna do that one final time, and then we'll move on to a new exercise. All right, let's bring it up again. Final set of rows. Let's do this. This is the one that's gonna be a little more uncomfortable, and that's totally okay. Just make every rep count. Make sure you're nice and tall posture, not staring at your feet. Somewhere out in front of you along the floor is fine. Or looking along the horizon is not bad either. Oh yeah, that's starting to add up for sure. Those rest breaks are really short. 5 seconds. Finish it. Perfect. All right, you're on your rest break now. We're gonna go to a new movement. We're gonna be doing a bird dog, which is a core exercise. So when you're ready, just come down to the floor. you do have a mat to give yourself more comfort, that's great, but not necessarily. All right, in a bird dog, you're gonna raise your left leg and your right leg in your left hand, and then come back to start, and then alternate the other. Nice hold at the top of the movement. This is more of a muscle activation exercise, more so than something that you're gonna feel really tires you out. It's working all those muscles along the spine and hip to really make sure you have a really good ability to activate your core. Okay, rest. We're gonna do 2 more sets of bird dog. Breathe nice and deep. Fill your belly, fill your chest. Push that air out. All right, back to it. Alternating opposite arm, opposite leg, just like we did before. Perfect. 15 seconds. Five seconds, almost there. Perfect. Okay, another break. You're doing great, guys. One last set, and then we're gonna move on to some chest flies. So for those, you'll just need those light weights that I mentioned having handy, okay? All right, last set of bird dogs. Let's make it count. If you haven't been doing this type of work in your routines, it's great to add it in. Very complimentary, really good at keeping you injury proofed. It'll carry over really well in your everyday life. Make sure you're pointing those toes on that back foot to the ground, not flaring them out to the side. Last rep. Awesome. Okay. Grab those 2 weights. Could be, 2 cans, 2 bottles of water, whatever works for you. We're going to be lying down on our back, and we're going to do chest flies. So just opening up, coming down as far as to your elbow almost touches the floor, and then coming back together. And 30 seconds total. Light weights will still have a huge effect. I always say this should feel like you're hugging a big tree. You'll notice my elbows don't actually move a whole lot. They're soft so that it's safe, but they're not actually moving. Everything's happening from my shoulder. All right, rest. We're gonna do 2 more sets of flies, and then we'll move on. Enjoy that break. Okay, getting ready, rolling back down. Let's go. "15 seconds. Feel that squeeze in your chest. Keep it nice and controlled. If anything goes slow, don't go fast. Last rep. Perfect. Rest. One final set coming up. Perfect. Let's go. All right, here we go. Last round of flies. What I love about these is you don't have to handle a lot of weight to really generate a lot of contraction in your chest. So it's such a safe way to get stronger in your chest muscles. All right, nice and slow. Smooth pace. One last rep. Perfect. Okay, you're on your break, but I will have you prepare for doing a deadlift. So you'll want those weights again, or maybe a heavier object that you can pick up. We're going to be tipping at the hip, and then standing tall. Just come down as far as you feel comfortable, and you should still be able to maintain that nice positive spine curve. I don't want anything where you're rounding out like this, okay? All right, 15 seconds. Final 5. You got this. All right, set that weight down nicely. Take your break. We're only doing 2 sets of this, so you just have to do this one more time. All right, getting ready, final set. Tip at the hip. We have one exercise after this, and then we're gonna move into our cardio element for today. Right now we're working on our endurance and our strength, and then we'll get our heart rates up to finish the workout. 5 seconds. All right, perfect. Last exercise is going to be a plank, so just join me on the floor. Your very first option is going to be just working from a tabletop, or if you can sink your hips and go from your knees, that's great. If it feels more comfortable, you can come down onto your forearms. And if you're looking for something a little more, then come up on your toes. But do what feels right to you. Keep your breathing. I'm going to be holding the from the knees. 5 seconds. Perfect. Okay, 15-second break. Just one set of planks left, okay? And then we'll get into our cardio. To me, planks are probably the most important core exercise you can do. You're really teaching yourself to control and brace that spine. Okay, back into that plank. Draw that belly button in. Hips are below the shoulders or in line, but not above. We don't want those hips up towards the sky. You should feel this in the front of your body, specifically in the abdominal section. 5 seconds. Get there, you can do it. Perfect. All right, 15-second break. And then we're gonna get into a cardio section. In our cardio section, we have about 3 minutes worth of work, and then I'm gonna give you a 45-second break, and you can choose to repeat that an additional time if you want, okay? So if you're ready, I want you to do marching high knees. If you are ready, you can turn it into a run. You can go a little quicker if you need that challenge. I'm gonna role model more of our step touch high knee. Really drive those knees up. Heart rate up. And don't worry, we got our 3 minutes worth of work, and then I'll get you a great break and a cool down, okay? That's it, keep moving, 5 seconds. All right, next we're gonna do a body weight swing. So in this, my knees are soft, I tip at the hip, and then I stand up. Okay? So no squatting, so it's not this, it's just tipping at the hip. Only come as far forward as you feel that you can comfortably do. So if you have really tight hamstrings, you won't be able to reach down as far, and that's totally okay. 20 seconds. Come on. If you want to make this harder, you can just speed up a little bit. Or if you want to make it easier, just slow down a little bit. Do what you need to do. Last rep, transitioning. We're going to transition into a step touch. If you need to make this harder, then what you can do is start adding in a hop. And if you need to make it really hard, you can just sink down. And then you're working on a really big hop side to side. All right? Do what feels right, and it's going to be the right challenge for you today. "15 seconds, come on, push through." Only one exercise after this, and then you get a break. Come on, push, push, push. Perfect, all right, next we're just gonna hop or pretend to skip. Do what feels right to you. So you can just do little hops or just press ups on your calves. Or if you can, give me that little jump and just pretend like you're skipping rope. Finishing stretch, almost there. "15 seconds, make them count, try to keep moving if you can. Perfect, all right. We get a 45-second break now. If you're looking for more of a workout, then if you want, go and repeat that cardio section we just did, either a second or a third time. That'll give you an extra 3 minutes of cardio each time you repeat it. But enjoy a 45-second break first before you go back and do that. Or for those of you that the one circuit was enough for today, I know it was enough for me, so join me. We're gonna take our rest here, and then I'm gonna just cool us down, okay? Today we'll do a standing cool down. Perfect. Okay, that concludes the rest period. I want you to open up at the chest. Awesome. Gentle squat, reaching down, breathing all the way up. Exhaling. Again. One more. Perfect. I want you to just tip at the hip. We did a lot of hip hinge, so I want to make sure we release any tension there. Notice I'm not letting my back release yet. I want a really nice posture, just loading those hamstrings. Perfect. Grabbing one thigh, stretch it out. If you need to use a wall or something for balance, that's totally fine. Same stretch, other side. I really want to make sure we release those hamstrings and calves. So what we're going to do is step forward with one foot, then sink your hips down and back, and draw your toe towards your hip. You should feel that along the back side of the leg, all the way down the leg. Keep breathing, begin that healing process. Alternating sides, same stretch. All right, standing tall for me, give me a gentle back bend. So reaching up and then just going and looking up overhead. Feeling a great stretch along the front of your body. Perfect. 2 big shoulder rolls and we're all done. Here we go. Breathing in on the way up. Out on the way down. Releasing any tension we've been storing. Amazing. Thanks for joining me today for this balance workout, and we'll see you in the next video.